Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about reasons it's good to raise family in Aurora, Colorado. I've lived here since 1980. Myself raised my sister and I and my little brother. And then I've also raised 4 kids, my wife now. So see you on the other side. Again, welcome back to the channel. Jason Morris, eXp Realty. Wanted to talk about good, bad, and the ugly of raising a family in Aurora. I myself obviously have personal experience. Been in Aurora since 1980. Myself, the oldest of 3, my sister and a younger brother, all raised here, and went through all the schools, public schools, Cherry Creek High School. I loved it so much I stayed. My sister and brother, on the other hand, they moved away. But yeah, I graduated college here, found my wife here, and settled in southeast Aurora. Stayed in the Cherry Creek School District. I'd say that's the number one good thing about Aurora is Cherry Creek School District. Great schools. You can look up the ratings online for the schools in the area. Generally, Cherry Creek School District comes on top. Cherry Creek High School always tops the top of the high schools. I graduated from Overland, and my kids graduated from Grandview High School, all very highly rated. But that's the number one reason. We moved to the house we're in right now 23 years ago, purposely because of the elementary school that's here, and it was very highly regarded. And that feeding into Grandview was a determining factor. Definitely other places could have moved to, could live, but wanted to be in a good school district. The great thing about the schools around here, all of them, even in the Aurora Public Schools and the charter schools, the private schools in the area, the teachers are very open to talk and to be hands-on. They like to have the parents be hands-on with their kids in the schools to know what's going on, and to make sure they're successful. So that'd be my number one reason. An expansion from that is the high schools have gotten a lot into the tech stuff. We have a Cherry Creek Innovation Campus now. So again, under the schools, but they're continuing to improve that. Secondly is just the environment. I've talked about this before. The weather is just ideal for anything you want to do all times of the year. The winter, obviously, they're skiing. Anything from the snow activity up in the mountains, you can do hiking, biking, trails, sightseeing. In the fall, the aspen colors are just gorgeous. And then as far as closer to town, have all kinds of reservoirs, fishing, water sports, all that type of stuff. High school sports are really big from all times of the year. My kids fell into the baseball programs through the schools and the club teams, so know a lot about that. If you happen to have kids that are into baseball, it can definitely help point in that direction. But we have them all. We have hockey. Some high schools have their own specific high school team. Other high schools band together with groups of high schools to have some hockey teams. Basketball's obviously a big sport. Football, still probably the winner of all those sports, but plenty of entertainment around the sports. I mean, obviously, you get to the major teams. The Broncos are the number one thing around here for sure. But recently, NBA Nuggets just won the championship, so they are gaining in popularity. First time in the franchise history they won, 47 years, which is great to see. Obviously, baseball, Colorado Rockies, and hockey, Colorado Avalanche. They've won a couple championships. We also have soccer. The Rapids is our Major League Soccer team. We have indoor, outdoor lacrosse. Um, Basically every sport you can think of. Tennis is huge here, and also with the new pickleball has picked up steam. Every tennis court I go by now has a pickleball court laid out on it with the pickleball net. But all kinds of outdoor recreations are huge here. On the flip side of that, if you're more into the thespian acting theater type environment, every high school in town, in the city, greater Denver area, has programs for that. Um, a lot of our religious communities have big programs, opportunities to act and sing in them. Downtown theater, the Performing Arts Complex, numerous theaters that put on performances all year round. So again, for the small town that we are, relatively speaking, to the nation, the Denver metro area, Aurora has aspects of everything you could find in any other um, city metro area. So as far as specifically for kids, it's great to have that variety. We focus more on the sports side for our kids, soccer, basketball, football, baseball, volleyball, all of that. We had them try it all, and continue to be active outside sports or outside school for the extracurricular activity. So again, if you have any questions on that around the area, I can definitely point you in those directions to find those facilities and those programs that can help with that. On the flip side of kind of the negative part of that is the expense that comes with that stuff. One of the major expenses is skiing. Prices for that have gone up tremendously. Again, when I was in high school, you could get a season pass. It was called the Summit County Pass at the time, for very cheap. We were up there every weekend. Now it costs, the amount that one pass was, it costs for one person one day to go. So that does get expensive, especially when you have kids. We have four, so trying to get all of them up there, equipped with rental equipment, or if you want to buy the equipment and replace it each year because they grow out of it. The lift tickets or season pass or mini passes. A lot of resorts will have a mini pass, 4-packs or 6-packs type of thing. The expense is quite large, and the traffic going up there has gotten just horrendous. You have to leave before the sun comes up to get there in time for the lifts to open, and then coming home, what used to take an hour is now 2 hours. So that's definitely a drawback from raising kids here, is just the amount of people that have moved here. The traffic has increased, and the cost, as we are dealing with inflation, the cost has gone up tremendously. Another great aspect here that I've loved, and reason to raise a family here, is it's very community oriented, and it is still a suburban area. There is some downtown Aurora, but not really a downtown type atmosphere from skyscrapers and that type of thing. Relatively speaking, Denver just has very little bit of that, but it's very suburban. So if you like the suburban area, it has that all over Aurora. So you get the neighborly feel. Kids grow up around like-minded kids, like areas, get on their bikes and go hang out. Obviously, it doesn't happen much nowadays with the video games and all of that type of stuff, but it's a great community atmosphere, even in the subsets of the neighborhoods. So like in our neighborhood, we have a community pool that they do events there throughout the summer. And so it's a great way to gather and be together around people in your neighborhood. You pick the area that you live in for a reason, so you have some like-mindedness there. All kinds of clubs, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, all of that is around. Those pick up as the kids get into those age appropriates, usually neighborhood based, elementary school based. You can find those community aspects for them to be involved. I very much preach having involvement with kids into something other than just school, that extracurricular activity, no matter what it is. That's why we stayed here. That's why we raised the kids here. We've grown those deep roots here. And fortunately been able to stay in the same house, and have the kids have thrived growing up here, and really have no reason to have our home base be anywhere else. This is our home base. We go visit my sister, brother, go on vacations to other places, but this is home, and this is where it will be for the foreseeable future. We'll see where the kids go. as they start their lives and have their families. But it's worked out very well for me. So if you have any questions on Aurora, what it means for a family, how I've been able to take advantage or avoid some issues, definitely reach out, let me know. I'll put here's my number. You can call or text me. Also down below is my calendar link if you want to get on my calendar. Get more and more people scheduling time with me just to have a discussion of what's Aurora like and how does it compare to the rest of the Denver metro area. I'm here to talk about all of that. As always, please, if you haven't already, subscribe and click on the alerts so you get alerted to my weekly videos. Get them out every Tuesday. Again, from last week, go Nuggets. We won that championship, so everybody around here is really happy. Again, great place to be. Talk to you later.